There's a red house over yonder, baby. That's where my baby stays, yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to Second Monday Blues. I'm Lee Fagan, Senior Director of Programming and Engagement here at the Logan Center, and we're thrilled to have you here. I just wanted to say thank you. Without further ado, I hope to see many of you soon. I'll turn this over to Billy Branch.
And we are pleased to have as our fourth guest, musical guest, and how about a hand for Jamiah Rogers. So we're going to have a little brief conversation, and Jamiah, I'm going to just do a short outline of your bio, and you correct me if I have anything wrong. It says that you grew up in a household of musicians.
Yes.
And the first-hand experience with music came at the age of 3. That's correct?
Yes, sir.
What were you doing at age 3?
Playing drums in my dad's band.
All
in
right.
his blues band.
At 3 years young, that's pretty impressive. And it said that you were, your dad could tell that you were listening. You'd come and sit on the stairs and sneak peeks at the band's rehearsal. And it said after a couple of months of racket on the drums, your dad figured it was time to teach you the pocket.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so it says many lessons later, you started playing at the church, local nursing homes, open mics, drum-offs, and festivals.
Yes, sir.
Okay. At age 7, Jamiah recorded his first CD, an entire CD.
10 tracks.
Really?
Yes.
Man, so you could retire like at 12. Huh?
That's the goal.
It was called In the Pocket, which opened doors for you. You were soon noticed by people around Chicago. You were nominated for the most talented kid under the age of 12 for the Chicago Music Awards and won for 3 consecutive years. Hey, yeah, give it up for him, yeah. Okay, you kept on as a drummer, and then finally your father thought that you should learn another instrument, so he bought you a Fender guitar.
Yes, sir.
And the next step was exposed. You started sitting in on open mic sessions, correct? Go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, you got it.
And it said that you played and performed Voodoo Child for the Chicago Music Awards and won the, again, most talented kid over the age of 12. Okay. And now it says this is a pivotal moment, one of the a defining moment. You attended the Experience Hendrix concert tour in Chicago at the Chicago Theater, and you walked in the backstage door and met Billy Cox, the bass player from Band of Gypsies, correct?
Yes, sir.
And he said your father took you to the green room so you could play, but you didn't know Billy Cox was listening. And you closed the Experienced Hendrix tour with Billy Cox and played
Red House.
Wow, that's deep. Oh, yeah. Okay. And it says the music dream was finally starting to open up. Age 16, you started fronting your own 3-piece band, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that was around the time I think I first encountered Jamiah, and it was at the Black Football Classic at Soldier Field. And I'm going to tell you, I was blown away. I mean, it was just really inspirational to see at that time it was yourself and
2 younger cousins.
Those were your cousins. What were their names?
Keontae Dilworth and Jalen Allen.
And how old were they?
Back then,
Yeah.
the bass player had to been about 9 years old, and the drummer was about 11.
That was, I mean, it was so inspiring to see these young kids. Some of you may know I have been active in a program called Blues in School since 1978. So to see uh, young souls interested, and not only interested, but doing a fantastic job was very, very inspiring to me. Okay, so, all right, so it takes a lot of time, a lot of hours of practice to become a performing level musician.
That's right.
So could you share with the audience how you came to be such a proficient musician? What had motivated you or inspired you to practice?
What inspired me and motivated me to practice? Well, primarily it started in the household with my father being a musician, and basically lessons every other day. If it wasn't every day, it was every other day, coming down to the basement, where everything was set up, all the instruments, and just one-on-one lessons. And it started from one-on-one lessons to outside the household to where you was talking about the open jams and open mics, where you get the hands-on experience as a musician, being in front of a crowd of people and actually singing a song. So between those two, that's why I got inspired and motivated.
Were you, was that pretty much at the urging of your father, or did you just have your own desire to become a great musician?
Well, see, the way it worked out. Does anybody have kids in here that like to make noise in the house? Just like to make noise and mess with just household materials, and that kid has a gift. Don't neglect it. Don't look the other way. That kid has a gift, and I was one of those kids that showed signs of possessing a gift, a musical gift at that, and just my father being the one to manifest it.
But you had that desire in you.
I did.
Okay. And you play several instruments. What other instruments other than guitar do you play?
Drums, piano, organ, bass, music, djembe, African drums, just anything with the hands I like to play. Keyboards, piano, all that.
And which instrument would you say best let you express yourself?
Drums.
The drums.
Yes.
Okay.
My first baby.
Really?
Yes.
But you out here on front now playing the guitar.
Yeah, that's how it worked out.
Okay. Would it be accurate to say that you would be classified as a blues rock artist? Would
Yes.
that be an accurate description?
I would take that category.
Okay, and
I know I'm saying that because I love the blues and rock category, but even though I am an all-around musician, and what that means is I do play reggae, I do play R&B, I do play a little country music, I do play gospel every Sunday at church. But when it comes to this atmosphere and what the blues man thing, so I like to play blues and rock, so that's why I take that category.
Right, all right. So how did you come to be introduced to the blues, especially being as young as you are? We're going to ask you about your age a little bit later. But how did you first come to be introduced to the blues? Because as you know, it's rare for younger people, and especially it's rare for young African American musicians to be introduced to the blues.
Well, like I said, primarily started in the household. From just listening to music was being played in the household. It wasn't hip hop being played in the household for the most part. And that basically sums it all up. But from blues to gospel being played in the household, and then actually going out in the world, and all these different blues clubs, La Rosa's, Kingston Mines, Blues on Halsted, just to name off the three. You meet all these different blues men and different musicians, that's actually in the industry, and if they, I don't want to say if they see something in you, then, you know, they embrace you in the blues family. So I was embraced in the blues family at a young age, at a real young age. So that's how it worked out.
Who were some of the key blues musicians that you were introduced or that are that you would consider influences or important, you know, within your experience?
A lot of local people. One person, Mike Willer. If anybody heard of Mike Willer in here. Who else? From my La Rosa's family, it was a band, Big Jim and Jimmy J and the Hard Drive. That's a place where I went every Sunday. La Rosa's and a club in Hammond, a bar and grill in Hammond, where I got, you know, just basically my feet wet. I was there every Sunday. They had an open mic, and I was playing with the older musicians. You know, they let me come on stage, you know, and I was playing these songs with them, and that's how I learned, you know, and it got easier along the way.
So did you, what about, of course, the guys you had no possibility of meeting. I was fortunate to have played with a lot of people. Well, of course, I was with Willie Dixon's band for 6 years, but people like Muddy Waters, B.B. King, John Lee Hooker, Jimmy Reed, do they have any significance to you? I mean,
yes, sir. From playing to image-wise to singing to showmanship. Basically, overall in my playing, I listen to just the Delta people and the Three Kings: B.B. King, Albert King, Freddie King.
Right on.
So,
which of today's contemporary artists do you admire? And are there any of those artists, just on, not necessarily blues artists, but any of these artists that inspire you or affect your own creativity?
One in particular, Gary Clark Jr.
Gary Clark Jr. Yeah.
Woo!
Who is, for those who may not know, who is kind of like a current, one of the top blues, African-American blues rock guitar players who's received a lot of notoriety over the last few years. Right. Most of us mature blues musicians mask our year of birth and age, but so we don't want to appear too old, so y'all can't relate to us, you know. But you don't mind sharing with the crowd how old you are, do you?
Not tonight. I could tell everybody how old I am. My actual age, I am 23 years old. I will be 24 next month, April 21st.
All right. And I think I met you. You were all of 15 or 16.
Right around that.
Yeah. Man,
I was acting a fool.
Are there any unique obstacles or challenges that you feel that you face because of your relatively young age?
I mean, I'm laughing because we've been there before. But basically, you know, as a 23-year-old and just coming up in the blues industry, everybody here knows that blues music is categorized as old man music and old people music. So anytime you go into a club, me being 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, trying to get in the 21 and older clubs, you kind of face some kind of obstacles.
Yes.
It's all either somebody stereotyping you, you know, this 17-year-old don't know nothing about playing the guitar and singing the blues. But you know, 9 times out of 10, I'm not big-headed. I'm one of the most humblest people you ever meet. But I will never say anything, you know, in the beginning of a show. I always give people a chance, you know, to warm up, you know, and I understand that I'm a younger person singing older people music. But give me a chance. So once they give me that chance and at the end of the show, you know, oh, you did so good. Oh, you sound like a grown man singing the blues. You play that guitar like a grown. Just give me a chance. I've been there before. Blues music is just a feeling. If you learn life at a young age and you learn, blues music is all about life. Good experiences, bad experiences. It's just all about how you express it. So I got a gift of expressing blues music at a young age. So I'm happy about that.
All right. Very good. Just a few more questions, Jamiah, and then we're going to get to some music. Where do you see the blues right now? What is your perspective of where the blues is in term? Because as you know, in your relatively short tenure on the scene, blues isn't the music that we normally see on television,
Right.
or that we hear played in abundance on primetime radio or on
Mainstream.
on the top radio station. So where do you see the blues right now?
The blues is definitely alive, even though it's not being played on mainstream radio stations and it's not being broadcasted on TV. It's definitely alive, even though back then it wasn't on a, well, I wouldn't say it wasn't on the radio because it was, but it wasn't being broadcasted on TV. It's still being played. It's a lot of blues musicians out here. It's a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot of clubs because, you know, they're shutting down, you know, over time. But it's a lot of blues musicians out here. Just when you go to the blues festivals, look at Chicago Blues Festival. From the first day to the last day, just crowds of people and different musicians. But not even in Chicago, just over the world. One of my best friends, young friends, Kingfish, is one person that's helping me keep the blues alive, and you know, that's why I'll leave it right there. The blues is alive.
Well, that's you mentioned Kingfish, who's a young man in Mississippi, right?
Yes, sir.
And one of the emerging artists. How old is Kingfish?
I think he just turned 21.
Is
20.
Is
20. Because he
Yeah.
graduated about a year ago. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And people like him and yourself, for me, is encouraging that finally we are starting to see the entrance of some younger African-American artists, because this is important. This is the culture. This is the roots of America's music. Unfortunately, it's been the most neglected in terms of exposure and recognition. There was one more question. Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
Still in the suit, I'll say that. But I definitely want to open my own record studio so I can, you know, develop and record other blues musicians as myself. And with a studio, I would definitely want to open a music school, you know, develop a music school for younger musicians, and not even younger musicians, just anybody that wanted to learn how to play music could come, you know, just learn music and learn instruments. And yeah, winning some awards, of course. Yeah, making some new music, of course.
And I'm sure you wouldn't mind if a nice sum of money came with
Oh,
that.
yeah. That's in the plan.
All right, let's give it up for Jamiah Rogers.
Thank you.
And before we get his great group, he and I are going to do a couple of songs for you. All right? Come on, show him some love.
Actually, like we at the blues joint. If you're having a good time, let me hear you say yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to play some music for you. This original song, we're going to give you some original music. We're going to give you a little piece of everything. But we're going to start you off with some original music. This song is my theme song off my brand new album called Blue Superman. This is the title track on my album called Blue Superman. So the name of this song is called Blue Superman. It's a little something like this. Watch out. I might be young, but I'm willing and I'm able to play these blues, yeah. Let's put it all on the table. Men have come before me, yeah, and they paved the way. I carry the torch now, y'all. The blues are here to stay. escape when I need to fly. 4 and 7 for the 7 words just fine, yeah. Call me when you need some blues, yeah. I'll be there at the drop of a dime. I'm a blues Superman. Gonna spread these blues all over this land. I'm your blues Superman. Gonna spread these blues as long as I can, yeah. Can I get some bass in the monitor, please? I can't leave a building in a single band, yeah. Powerful as a locomotive going down. I'm young and I'm strong. Get the young man, yeah. I can bend still with my bare hands out. Blues Superman. Gonna spread these blues all over this land, yeah. I'm your blues Superman. Gonna spread these blues as long as I can, yeah, yeah. I'm young and I'm strong, I must confess, yeah. But there's one thing that I don't miss. Dancing and party tonight. Cause the empty dance floor is my grip tonight. Up, up and away. Up, up and away. Up, up and away, yeah. Up and away. We gonna give you another original. A little blues called Gone Too Long. Hey baby, open up, stand right at the door. Hey baby, open up, stand right at the door. I've been gone too long and I miss you to the core. I wanna hug and kiss you, baby, wanna love you out night long. I wanna hug and kiss you, baby, wanna love you out night long. I've been gone too long and I'm tired of kissing you through the phone. I've been stuck on the road, missing your soul, playing day and night in the hot and cold. Walking upstairs, bound to give you a bug. Ready for your people, give me all the let love. So I took my key in my pocket so I can let myself inside. See what I saw, no one could tell you no lie. She was in someone's arms, I nearly broke down and cried out. I said, baby, how could you hurt me all so hard? I said, baby, how could you hurt me all so hard? She said, you took my love away when I left her with this guitar. I said, baby, open up, stand right at your door. I said, baby, open up, stand right at your door. I've been gone too long and I'm missing you to the core. Thank you so much. Uh-huh.